In Sao Paulo, Brazil, weekly choir practice for the people who power the company. Known here as Inside Experian, it's as vibrant as the country itself.
Vou apresentar essas baianas de Maria.
Over the last decade or so, Brazil's seen spectacular economic growth. Huge numbers have seen their fortunes soar. And as they have been able to spend more, so in turn that's helped the economy. And Inside Experian's credit services have had a vital function.
In the 10-year period between 2002 and 2012, this economy lifted 25% of its population out of abject poverty into the middle class. And now they have access to financial services. They can send their children to school. Now, Serasa has been a part of that. And the data we provide, the services that we provide are essential to making sure that those individuals can maintain their position.
As in all the company's credit bureaus worldwide, Inside Experian collects and analyzes the financial histories of millions of people, giving them scores according to their credit risk. This information is used by banks and other lenders to help assess applications for credit.
So what do? We help people who lend money understand whether or not people will pay it back. We're one of the key components. We are the oil, in the machine of the credit economy.
In Brazil, it's not just banks offering credit. Many retailers do too. It's common here for customers to pay by installment, often using store cards. So if retailers provide the finance, they need to be sure people can afford the payments. Inside Experian's Daniela Oliveira helps supply retailers with the necessary financial information about customers.
Muitas pessoas trabalham com crédito no Brasil, compram a crédito no Brasil. E a Inside Experian trabalha de uma maneira completa, atendendo o cliente que precisa conceder o crédito e atendendo ao consumidor que precisa ter um histórico de crédito completo e que o ajude a conseguir esse crédito.
And in more developed economies, like here in Melbourne, Australia, Experian's credit services also play an increasingly important role. Until recently, the company was only allowed to provide Australian lenders with negative data about borrowers, like defaults and late payments. But as in many countries, Experian can now show how people successfully pay their way too. That's known as positive data.
Positive data is of real value to everybody, both for lenders who, through sharing of data, can make better credit decisions, as well as for consumers. Being able to extend credit to individuals who otherwise would be rejected is clearly one of the major benefits, as well as preventing others who perhaps weren't worthy of the credit.
Eu vou cantar com muita alegria. Vou apresentar essas baianas de Maria.
Back in Brazil, the company choir perform with confidence. Here and around the world, demand for Experian's expertise in managing credit risk just keeps on growing.
We have 19 Consumer Information Bureau around the world and 13 Business Information Bureau. In terms of numbers, we're just under half the overall business globally. It is the core of what we do.
The information held in centres like this one in Sao Paulo may have brought huge social and economic benefits, but it can also be portrayed as surveillance by a big data corporation.
We have to be completely transparent to consumers, regulators, individuals about what information we hold. We should be proud about what we do with that data, and we should make sure that we do the right things with that data, and it's a real onus on us to make sure we do act responsibly, and we do.
Experian's credit services have long experience of safeguarding sensitive data. So public concerns about privacy could turn out to be less of a threat than playing to Experian's strengths.
We have grown up in an environment where data protection and privacy is actually at the core of what we do. So it is a huge concern for everybody, and so it should be. But it's also a big opportunity for a business like Experian that really knows how to operate in this world.